Okay, I have with me three guys from Opera Software. Let's just start by you guys introducing yourselves. Start from over here.
So I'm Charles McCarthy Neville. I'm the Chief Standards Officer at Opera.
My name is Baldir Mørk and I'm a developer on the Opera Mini project.
My name is Gorm Eriksen and I'm a developer at the Web Application Department in Opera.
Okay, so three pretty serious guys, I guess. Could you just give like an overview of what Opera Software is about these days? What you do, what software you have. Let's just start.
Yeah, well, basically we make web browsers for most any device we can find. We want to be on anything that can run a web browser. We want to be there. So of course we have the desktop browser. It runs on Windows, Linux, Mac, most desktop operating systems. But we also have browsers for mobile devices, Nintendo, things like that.
So I guess you're specifically targeting the browser market. You're not planning to expand into the server market, or do you have like server products as well?
We do some server development, mostly to back up web applications. And today most of the focus now is on getting Opera to as many devices as possible. And the Nintendo Wii project is the one we work on, or use a lot of people work on it now. So we want to make that a really good web browser on a new platform for us. So.
I mean, a lot of people are actually quite familiar with the Opera browser, whether they use it or not. So you have got quite a bit of name recognition, I guess, over the years. And for me personally, I mean, it's a bit of a surprise that you're still here. Back when you started off, I was thinking, no, the market is full of web browsers. We don't need another web browser, but you're still doing it. And you have a lot of happy users and stuff. Are you still going to be developing the desktop platform? I know it's free now.
Yeah, we've actually increased our focus in some ways on the desktop platform. For the last few years, we focused pretty hard on the mobile devices, on some of the other devices, set-top boxes, TV sort of things. As the company's grown, one of the things we've done is put more resources back in a desktop to actually not just keep it alive, but focus hard on making it, in particular, a developer-friendly browser, making it a big, full-featured browser in a small package.
So you're going to be having like new features as well along the way?
Yeah, with the Opera 9, we've released a bunch of new features. We've a source code editor so that you can actually change your content and work it as you go. Error checking console, BitTorrent. Every release we bring out a bunch of new features, as well as trying to make sure that we've got everything as clean and as neat and as helpful as it can be in the basic things that people are used to.
So why should people then use Opera instead of, for example, Firefox or Internet Explorer or whatever?
Well, I can't really think of too many reasons to use Internet Explorer or Firefox, so I guess that should be the question. But we have a fast, efficient browser that renders pages according to the standards. And of course you can get the same browsing experience on lots and lots of phones. And also I think that when people start using Opera, after a while they'll find stuff that I didn't think that I really needed before, like for example mouse gestures. I mean, after I started using Opera as a desktop browser, I've been looking for mouse gestures in other programs like my developer environment, stuff like that. I want to close the window, oh, it won't close, stuff like that. So you sort of get hooked after a while.
Yeah, it is a very innovative approach, definitely. What kind of impact did it have on your business when you released it as a free product instead of trying to sell it?
We need to find other ways of making money. So the whole industry earns a lot of money on search today, search on Google, and that's how Firefox make their money. We make our money on devices now, on mobile devices, Nintendo, or the big customers that buy many licenses from us for a lot of money. So we try to focus more on that.
So what's the benefit in continuing the development of the desktop side? I mean, if you're making money from the devices instead of the desktop, what's the benefit?
it's a nice way of showing off our browser. So that's basically why we do it, and we believe we have a better product. There is a lot of features that are made by us that are not in the other browsers, and we of course run the same browser on all devices. So the desktop browser is the same code that runs on mobile devices. So it makes or we get nice environment for doing applications and do new stuff, and then we take these things and put it back into the devices, and we optimize the devices, and we bring this back to the desktop browser. So
Yeah, and I guess if you have like a good framework for development, then it's not too much of a bother to to have it ported to other platforms as well. I can imagine.
And also, we want to see more and more application on devices, and of course, we will not develop this on devices. We will develop it on desktop because that's a better environment. So that's also another reason.
Now, interesting question. Are you recruiting from Assembly? Is that one of your motivations?
It's definitely one of the reasons why we're here. If you see the posters around, and the big list of job ads that we've got, Opera has been recruiting pretty heavily anywhere we can get smart people for the last few years, and the company's grown quite quickly. So we're looking for a whole range of different people. Some of them you find at Assembly: application developers, web application developers, designers, hardcore C++ coders, Java coders, all kinds of different jobs pretty much across the company.
Would that mean relocating to Norway or whatever?
It would mean relocating because we don't have an office in Finland, but not necessarily to Norway. We've got offices in India, San Diego in the US, Japan, China, South Korea. So Sweden is where we have a lot of developers. So it would mean relocating, but it might be somewhere very interesting.
Do you know, are you planning to use subcontractors as well? Perhaps, I know a few companies in Finland, just out of interest.
We don't do a lot of subcontracting. We tend to do our development in-house. One of the things that's very important to us is having a small and efficient package. Opera is still the smallest desktop browser of the mainstream browsers, and we do that by watching carefully everything that goes in and out of the code, and that really relies on having people in-house.
That pretty much makes sense, I think. What about the future then? What do you have planned? What's coming up?
Well, basically what we want is to make better and more efficient browser, and we want to stay at the forefront of browser technology. So I think that Opera has a good history of innovation. I mean, we were out with tabs before any other browsers. We want to add new technology, and we want to follow the standards. So just keep on the same track and make the best browser available for as many people as available.
So a tight focus.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thanks very much, guys, and hope to talk to you a bit later still. Thanks.